right, let's get put your hands together for Josh Friend.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Woo! Alright, I have to apologize for my eye makeup. Apparently, 30 years of living as a woman did not teach me how to do makeup. I was like, I'm gonna try this with my finger, and bad idea. Alright, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. So I live with my elderly mom, and she's retired, and all she does during the day is watch CNN. It is to the point where the CNN Chiron is burned into the TV screen. I'm just like looking at her one day, I'm like, can we please watch something else? And she's like, I don't want another lecture from you. And so I had to say, if you don't want to be lectured, why are you watching CNN? So she got defensive and she's like, look, it could be worse. I could be watching Fox News, right? And I had to concede, yes, I am grateful that the My Pillow guy is not burned into my TV screen.
Okay.
But I've seen a lot of both, and I hear a lot of people say that like CNN is just like the liberal Fox News, and let's talk it through. There's differences. Fox News has a lot of hot, angry blonde women. CNN is more like racially ambiguous, indignant brunettes. And the way they report stories is very different. So a white supremacist could blow up an abortion clinic, and the CNN headline is going to be right-wing terror strikes again. And the Fox News headline is going to be, our horse is gay. The CNN headline could be, Trump sells nuclear secrets to the Saudis. And Fox News' headline is going to be, transgender squirrels are going to kill us all. And hey, maybe they'll get lucky, you know, who knows? What are those squirrels doing, those nuts anyway?
Right?
So the other day she's watching CNN and they start talking about my hometown of Rockford, Illinois. And I'm like, oh God, this is not going to be good. Why are we on CNN again? Like, okay, Rockford on CNN, it's not going to be something happy, right? Be like, what? Did someone get shot at the mall again? Did someone try to blow up the mall again? Did someone release biological agents at the mall again? But actually, it was because Texas sent a plane full of migrants to the Rockford airport.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, can you imagine what these migrants might be thinking? They've escaped their war-torn countries and traveled such a distance to get sent to Rockford, Illinois. I'm like, what? Did Abbott think that they would see all like the shootings and the stabbings and the drive-bys and feel at home? But then it turns out actually no, they're just going through the airport on their way to McHenry. Because even Texas isn't that cruel. But lately CNN's been like going in and out for our cable provider, like it goes out sometimes. So when CNN's out, my mom has to watch News Nation.
Oh my God.
Have you ever seen News Nation?
Yes.
It's trying to be like the unbiased network, which in practice means all they do is complain about Biden and talk about aliens. And all of the anchors are people that got fired from other networks. They have Chris Cuomo. They've got Bill O'Reilly. Like they don't have Don Lemon yet, so I guess they have to have someone. I don't know. I inadvertently saw a little bit of Fox News the other day. I was at the gym and they were showing it, and you might look at me and be like, "Oh, you were at the gym?" Like, yeah, I was cooking today. But they were showing Fox News, and the headline was "The New American Dream: Free Sex Changes." And I'm like, did they realize that owning a home is now completely unattainable? So we have to adjust. But, it was like Fox News complaining about this, and I'm like, they're talking about body autonomy and free healthcare, and this is supposed to be a bad thing. But what they were really mad about is they were like, oh, can you imagine all these like illegals coming to the U.S. to get their free sex changes? I'm like, can you think about all the bad stuff that the U.S. is doing to other countries in the world, and maybe being the place where people get to be themselves? Maybe we could do some good, Okay, yeah. Let's clap to that. Yeah. But honestly, like Fox News, like is so obsessed about trans people. They talk about trans people more than like us trans people talk about trans people. But I'm actually really worried about the future. Have you guys heard of the Project 2025? Yeah. So if you are not familiar, it's this plan that like conservative think tanks came up with. So whoever gets elected as the next Republican president is supposed to like put this plan into place, and it is horrible stuff. But like in the plan, it's like designate all trans people as perverts and pedophiles, and arrest them for being even around children. And then it goes on to let's execute all the perverts and pedophiles. I mean, it's terrible. And I'm like looking into this. Okay, all right. So this is what the Republicans are going to do the next time they get elected. Is there a Project 2025 for Democrats? Is there a plan for if the next Democrat gets elected? And there is. It just says, keep on trucking. Oh
my God, yeah.
So I'm currently trying to figure out what country I'm going to flee to. But I don't have... But I don't have a lot of skills. I'm a stand-up comedian who took 2 years of French in high school. I'm going to see if France wants me. I have a lot of friends in Guatemala, but they're trying to get out of Guatemala, so I'm thinking maybe we could do an exchange. I don't know. I'm going to try to look on the bright side of things. I'm trying to think, when did things go so wrong? And I realized when I realized just how bad and divided the world was. Right after I graduated from college in 2008, I got one of my first real jobs was working for a super PAC in Wisconsin called Advancing Wisconsin. And I got hired to go door to door in Janesville asking people who they were going to vote for. And if they said, oh, I'm going to vote for Obama, I'm like, okay, thank you for your vote, thank you. They said, McCain, thank you for your vote, thank you. If they said, I'm not sure, I was supposed to talk them into voting for Obama. I get this little old lady who wasn't sure she was going to vote for. She's like, you know what, I like what Obama has to say. I like his policies and what he says about healthcare. I'm just worried he might be a terrorist. Very legitimately concerned, that he might be a terrorist. I'm thinking, you know what, like his policies, don't like the terrorism. That's what the kids today are thinking about Bin Laden, right? All right, I'm going to leave you on one story. So another job I had, I was working for a call center, working for a trash company, and people would call in complaining their trash wasn't picked up. And one time this different little lady calls in, she's like, I need a new trash can. I'm like, okay, is there something wrong with your trash can? Well, the squirrels ate the lid. I'm like, oh, okay, good. Lids are free. We could just, have a driver come on, slap on a new lid. She's like, no, I need a new trash can. Well, is there anything wrong with your trash can? Well, it's covered in blood. And so I'm just like, oh my God, I don't get paid enough for this. Why is your trash can covered in blood? And she's like, I don't know, I think one of the squirrels cut themselves on some glass. So you need to replace it. And I'm like, ma'am, we're not going anywhere near that. You need to get a hose and like hose that down. And she's like, no, I am not getting anywhere near it. The squirrels have taken it over and they're not afraid of humans anymore. And I'm like, but if you think like if we replace your trash can, then it's just gonna happen again. Like, and she's like, that's a good point. Do you have squirrel-resistant trash cans? I'm like, there might be like sprays or stuff. I don't know, just like get a hose and spray them. I mean, it's squirrels. And she's like, no, they're conspiring. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but do you know what squirrels are thinking? Can you get inside their brains? I'm like, you know what? Actually, now that you mention it, I did see something like this on Fox News. The squirrels are conspiring, they're planning to kill us all. She's like, I knew it! I knew it! But I don't know what it is. And I'm like, yeah, I saw this. They're transgender squirrels. They're like performing their little surgeries, and that's probably where the blood's from. I had no idea, but it makes perfect sense. What do I do about it, though? And I'm like, there's only one thing you can do about it. Get a hose. Stop calling me. Have a great evening.
Give it up for Josh Fred, everybody.